Hi, I'm Kirsten. Welcome to the eFabric Tech Talk series. Today we'll be discussing data center security. So traditional models of data center security rely on a strong external perimeter to keep attacks outside of your network. The obvious weakness to this is once an attack gets past your perimeter, there's few if any controls to keep it from spreading throughout your system. There are systems that are able to detect intrusions, but in order to prevent them, you would need the same kind of controls that exist at your perimeter to be applied interiorly. eFabric solves this problem by adopting a micro-granular approach to security, with the ability to tie security to individual workloads and to provision policies automatically. Now let's take a look at some of the capabilities that support this. So segmentation. eFabric lets you logically partition your resources into micro-segmented zones and allows you to also assign those to different teams or tenants. You can have your HR application totally separated from your finance application, your dev test environment totally separated from your production environment. Network isolation. eFabric supports logical network isolation through network virtualization. Logical networks have the benefit of being able to span racks and even data centers independent of underlying network hardware. AWS-style security groups are built in to eFabric. A security group acts as a virtual firewall between a VM or a set of VMs. Traditional firewalls require rules to be set up using IP addresses. If the VM IP address changes or the set of VMs change, you need to manually update your rules, which is error-prone. eFabric security groups are policy-driven. You assign a security group policy to a VM or a set of VMs, and it follows those VMs around. If they move between servers or data centers, or if the VM IP address changes, the security policy is automatically enforced and no manual updates are required. Lastly, traditional firewalls typically are single instance, and if the firewall is down, all bets are off. eFabric security groups are fully distributed, so there's no single point of failure. Now let's take a look at a live environment and see these capabilities in action.
If we're here at the overview, we're just going to click back on zones here. So I've created two zones, an HR app zone and a finance app zone. And all my applications are running for HR app in the HR app zone on the physical servers, of which there are 3. And the same with the finance app zone. All my finance apps are running in this zone on these physical servers. So we've created a physical isolation between the different zones, between the different logical units. And if you click on one of these in the info tab, you can see information about the utilization, how many servers there are, and what the servers are, which ones they are. And it's all very simple. So next we have VLANs, virtual networks. It's very easy to add VLANs. We can just specify a name like 70, specify the VLAN ID, and it'll create a VLAN. And you can associate VLANs with a VM blueprint here. If you want to create a new VM, you can see our default or our 100 network are available. Lastly, we have the security groups. So here I've had a couple of security groups already set up, but if you want to create a new one, open up Create Security Group, and you can specify inbound and outbound rules. So we've got lots of different types of rules that you can set up. And the source can either be a CIDR notation or you can specify another security group. So like web, we have a web security group you can see over there. And this will allow the rules that apply to here to be applied to traffic that comes from that source. Security groups are specified for a VM at launch time. When you create a VM, you can specify what security group you would like it to be associated with. Or if you want to update one, you can click on an already running VM and change its security group or add multiple security groups, and those will get applied as well. So that's the end of our demo. Thanks for watching.